Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Aries for the month of July 2022. So Aries, you are in your 4th house, which is the house of home, foundations, new arrivals, marriages, new babies perhaps, consolidation, just getting everything sort of pulled together nicely. So we're in the sign of Cancer. So the element is water, so emotions. Let's see. And you have the Fool as your energy around. So the Fool means new beginnings, new book, new chapter, the whole thing. So what adventure are you going to go off on? And keeping in mind you are in the 4th house, so that means that you've sort of got everything pretty much all pulled together, if you know what I mean. So let's see, with the Fool, anything can happen. You take a leap of faith and you end up in the new world. So nice for you, Aries, who like to be on the move. So where you are right now, Aries, Queen of Coins, house and home and hearth. Very much female energy there coming in, but very much she is the queen, she is the home and hearth. So perhaps this suits well to where you are at in your astrology, the 4th house, where you've got everything, you know, people coming to you, sort of creating a nice environment at home, cooking, you know, just having guests, having people, having visitors. People who love coming to your home and just homemaking, basically, in terms of things just coming in nicely, in terms of that nice female energy where you just enjoy those surrounds that you and the environment that you have. She's also very much a person, Queen of Coins. She's an earth queen, so very earthy, very down to earth, very much about keeping everything sort of grounded and real this month, Aries. For the male persons, this could be this female in your life that just grounds everybody together. The wife, the mother, whichever role you see this female in, but that is the energy. Let's see what's brought that on, and in turn will influence the reading. The 4 of Coins, so more coins, more earth. So this card has a great significance in my opinion and my interpretation. This is the hanging on or letting go card. So there's something really significant that must be let go of in terms of how I interpret it. Because letting go is a whole lot easier energetically than hanging on to something. Now this may be a family member or somebody very close to you where it's like time to let it fly, time for new beginnings as well with the Fool there. So just letting go would be the most appropriate response, and this is going to sort of really influence the reading. So therefore just keep that in mind, Aries, of letting things go and see where they land, rather than hanging on too tightly to something that wants to squirm and get away. And that's enough said, the better. It's also very much a past life card, so it goes way back in your history to sort of always remember it's very hard. It's a very hard exercise, but once you realise that the letting go is easier, it sort of brings about change, and it brings about things just being as they naturally should be rather than forced. Let's see what was happening May, June in the time of Gemini. And we had another 4, so the 4 of Cups, a bit just disengaged emotionally, just a bit feeling a bit sort of like you've got everything that you need and want, but it's still not enough emotionally. There's something missing in terms of how you're feeling about your emotional life. This often comes too for single people. This feeling or this emotion comes in before we're about to sort of springboard off into a new relationship, if you will. So it sort of, it asks you to sort of just focus on what it is that you feel you need in terms of that emotional fulfillment. Doesn't necessarily have to be a person. It can be just your own self. How do you fulfill yourself? How do you keep it simple without this feeling of, especially for us in the first world here, you know, we are very fortunate that most of us have everything that we need. So just reflect on that a bit, and that obviously is still around you, Aries, so it still has pull, it still has influence, reflecting on emotionally where you're going and letting go, but also, you know, just going through that process and bringing yourself back to, you know, home environment where you feel comfortable with the Queen of Coins right there. Okay, so the next card is what's the recent happenings, and we have the High Priestess. So very much a card of the soulmate, somebody coming in. There's very much an element with the High Priestess of things being kept very close to one's heart, keeping one's own counsel, waiting for the right time. Perhaps it is a relationship that may have just begun, but you're keeping it very much on the down low. You're not really giving it any air to anybody else, because there's something quite special about this relationship. Whenever the High Priestess comes along, she warns us just to keep things to ourselves for a bit. Don't go spruiking about it too much, because you might sort of potentially almost jinx it, because it is, when we have the High Priestess, it's very much a connection of souls as well. Secrets too coming out here with the High Priestess. So quite interesting elements already for you, Aries, coming through. But the basic advice is, as we've said already, just keep everything very much to yourself at this time. What you'll be learning this next 4 weeks, the Three of Cups. So there may be 3 people in a relationship here. Conversely, I'm feeling like it has a lot to do with relationship and emotions. Of course, we're in Cancer, so it will be that these sort of elements will be coming through in the next 4 weeks. So if there are 3 people in this relationship, one must let go, and one also must keep things very much on quiet. It's not a time to be talking and telling people all your secrets in terms of the emotional affairs of the heart, if you know what I mean. Conversely, if this doesn't apply to you, it's just a card of getting out there, celebrating, having fun, just enjoying the pure moments with the Three of Cups. Celebrations as well. So there may be a new child coming into some of your lives. Can also indicate a pregnancy or a third member of the family. Very nice though. So either way, they're your advices so far. Let's see what is coming up in the near future. So we're getting into the first week of July, and we have the ending of something. So we have the beginning with the Fool, which was the energy around your reading, and then already once we get into July proper, we have the things just coming to their natural end. So allowing things to end without holding on, allowing things to end without interfering with your, you know, what you think should happen. Just let it go as it has to. Let it end as it must. Very interesting, actually, Aries. So, wonderful card, the World. The World's a very powerful card in terms of just things naturally coming to their end. The cycle. Let's see what's happening that you're not realising. And these two, obviously, as all, are very connected. And we have a bit of deceit, so there may well be some sort of an affair going on, or not necessarily a affair of that is deceitful, but there may be a solid relationship there where there is, and there's a connection, so therefore other people would look upon that as an affair or a deceit. Also can be jealousy as well in terms of this, so just be careful, Aries, with this, because it may be misconstrued. And because we have the High Priestess here and the Fool, it's almost like this was going to happen. However, the reason you've got the High Priestess is she's sort of saying, don't say anything yet, because it may unintentionally hurt other people before it's time. So just be aware of the Seven of Swords, Aries, there, and be aware that there could be jealousy and deceit around if you're not careful with keeping secrets, or alternatively secrets will be coming out. And then everybody else will chip in with their 10 cents worth and therefore create quite a nasty feeling around. How others see you. New beginnings that will definitely bring return for you in terms of the Page of Coins. So new, starting new projects that will definitely bear fruit later on. Page of Coins is almost like that seed you plant that will, once watered and fed, will really grow to bring great returns. Also a child coming into the world, or a promise, you know, a pregnancy coming in with this in mind. So this would be a January, December, late December, January sort of child, if you like, and that could be in your environment as well. But overall, Page of Coins is just a really nice new beginning card that will bear fruit eventually, and it'll be very sort of stable and grounded. Let's see what's happening in your positive feelings. And we have the Empress, so the mother card also could be a pregnancy coming through, but feeling very positive about this as well. But just generally, the Empress card talks about female abundance. Very much a female month this month, everybody. So with the Empress, this is a beautiful card. It symbolises our mothers, becoming a mother, being a mother, but also that feminine attribute of being able to give life. Very, very nice. Interesting. Let's see the outcome. And we have the Queen of Cups. So also the Queen of Cups is a Cancerian queen. So she talks about very much being a receiver, just letting things come, information coming to you, but not necessarily talking about it. She's a bit sort of junior to the High Priestess, and she's very much a keeper of the secrets, if you know what I mean. Okay, Aries, I'm just going to quickly pull your message card. And we have pure livelihood. Your work is to discover your world, and then with all your heart give yourself to it. So just getting on with the day-to-day, the fourth house, getting on with the day-to-day routines, family, what's around us, what's going on, being a mother, being a secret keeper, knowing when to not speak or voice your opinion, knowing when there's secrets but to keep them to yourselves. And just watch that deceit too, especially with divulging secrets. I wouldn't do it if I were you in this next 4 weeks. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll talk again in 4 weeks.